Good morning, guys. Welcome to Football Brownie. And a very good morning it is for Newcastle fans. But before I go
Oh,
any further,
brilliant
please.
morning.
Well, hey. Listen, welcome to Football Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving, Nate. We all need a little bit of loving.
Oh, we do. It's a lovely
Now,
morning to
before I go
wake
any
up
further,
to.
hang on, hang on now. You're bloody false start you having now. Before I go any further, please check the ticker bar below. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to Football Brownie on YouTube. Football Brownie if you're on Facebook. My Twitter handle is there, and Instagram. Okay, and what could be? It's not 100% yet, but what could be a very, very momentous day for Newcastle United, the city of Newcastle, the North East as a whole. Let's be honest. You know what? I've started drinking as well because I was working overnight.
Hashtag cans, everyone.
I
Hashtag
know, I know, I
cans.
know.
Get it in the chat. Hashtag cans, because this is happening. This is going to be a big, massive story when it happens. Sky Sports reported it very late, but guess who reported it first? It was Chris Hope, and I was late to report it because I was in a meeting, but I did know at 3 o'clock it was happening.
But you know what, Nath? I have to be honest with you. And you know, out of the three of us, me, you, and Dea, you know that I've been very trying to support you during every argument you've had with Dea, because Dea is a wind-up merchant. Let's be honest, he is a wind-up merchant. He winds me up most of the time. But in all fairness to every single party involved, because they pushed and pushed and pushed, and a big FU to the Premier League and the Premier League click.
Definitely.
The click, just because they didn't want another competitor.
Well,
That's basically what it is.
It is, and it just look at it and think. So it was nothing to do with the separation of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. It was nothing to do with that. And I'm sick of fans on social media saying, it's not done yet. We'll wait till she waves the flag up in the air. Tell you what, Amanda Stabley was in Newcastle United last night. Chris Hope has got an interview at 12 o'clock later on that he's going to put out. But he did say to me, he said, I spoke to Amanda last night. She flew in from London to go into Newcastle to speak to Mike Ashley. It's all done. Premier League lawyers were in their offices since 1 o'clock this morning. Why was that?
But you know what, Nath? And this is a thing that really gets me on this, right? This Premier League, who are against the Newcastle lawyers, right? They are the same lawyers who are representing a Premier League in a different case.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I know.
Absolute hypocrites.
And Nick DeMarco, if we could get him on the show, I'd love that, because I'd love to give my thanks to him. And if you're anywhere near any sports lawyers helping Newcastle, if you're anywhere near Newcastle, we'll all buy you a pint, because thank you so much for doing everything. And Mike Ashley, I just wanted, I never say thanks to Mike Ashley, but Mike Ashley.
You should, Nate. You should listen.
Yes, you should. You should at this point. Mike Ashley, you've done a wonderful job of getting this over the line. You've fighted tooth and nail to get this over the line. Thank you very much.
Because I'll be honest with you, Nathan. You know, I've said this many times, right? Had I have been Mike Ashley, you lot would have been relegated deliberately last season. So that yes, because you could have got around the loophole of him selling the club in a championship. So they wouldn't, it couldn't have affected the Premier League.
Oh yeah, it couldn't.
He could have done that. That was an easy way out, but he chose not to.
He didn't want. Amanda Stabley has love for the club. She was there at West Ham game. She was there at the Leeds game. Now, it's very difficult for every Newcastle fan. Very difficult. Been a very difficult season so far. Steve Bruce is on the edge of getting sacked. I've heard Steven Gerrard's the priority to get over the line. I've heard Rafa could be back because I also broke the release clauses in his contract. Rafa has a press conference.
It's well known that Everton love having release clauses in managers' contracts, I tell you. But same with they've done exactly the same with Ancelotti.
Well, it just tells you that something is on the way of happening. You can see the Premier League lawyers were in their offices till 1 this morning now. Chris Hope wants Richard Masters to come on a podcast with him, and I've also said to Chris Hope.
This is what annoys me of it all as well, Nath. You know, I've been in business, UK businesses for many, many years. How dare anybody, if I wanted to sell my business, that should be up to me. I should be able to sell my business.
It should be, yes. There should be. You know, the owners and directors test was followed. They were accepted. Remember, the Saudis aren't going to be directors in this. The only directors we're going to have at the club is Amanda Stabley and the Reuben brothers. The Saudis are just bringing the money to the deal.
Hang on, let me send Dave a link because he wants. We'll go into a chat now. I know where Ryan's there. Just bear with me.
Okay, Mr. Arsenal podcast. How many comments?
I know. We'll go into his comments now because I something tells me that he's a frightened Arsenal fan.
Well, Mr. Arsenal podcast.
But I tell you, this is another thing which I will say.
I have to say it. Mike Ashley is a legend today. He is
Newcastle fans need to remember just how much money Masiri has put into Everton on the playing side, and they are no better than what they were before him. Okay, they got the stadium now up and running, the new stadium.
Yes, but the Saudis are different.
He's put in billions.
Yeah, but Newcastle it's not just the club it'll help. It will help the food banks. It will help this local economy. It will help everybody connected with Newcastle.
Right, I've sent you a link. Let's go into the comments. Right, this Arsenal podcast. He says, "Here comes another club just going to buy their way to the top table in England and Europe. More dirty money." Let me go back on that first, Nathan, and then you can come in. Ryan, I remember the time when Newcastle under John Hall were always above Arsenal, and for many, many years. Go on, you can respond.
With the money, everyone's buying the league, Ryan. Everyone is because you've got the likes of Roman Abramovich. You've got the Wolves managers, top 10 of the richest owners. I'll get the richest owners up in a minute, but you've just got to look at it. Everyone's buying the league at the minute. Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United. Come on, Manchester United spent what?
You're bragging now. You're all bragging now, you Newcastle fans, right? But you have treated Mike Ashley disgusting. And I tell you what, right? You Geordie maggots, right? You've got no respect for that man. He saved your club from bankruptcy. He salvaged you like a sinking ship with millions and millions of pounds. You've slaughtered him for years, right? And now today he's your fucking hero.
He's a legend.
Well, he's a legend today. You haven't been a legend for all the years you've been throwing tennis balls at him, vandalising his car. You're disgrace. Two-faced. Up the Sunderland, right? You lot are the most two-faced lot in football, right? You're all praising up now today, Mike Ashley. You're singing and dancing about your multi-million-pound deal. You're drinking your bloody Newcastle brown ale and chasing your whippets, right? Let me tell you now, right? You're a disgrace to football. I hope you get fucking relegated.
Yeah. Let me move in on that. We're not a disgrace to football.
Yes, you are. You're a disgrace the way you treated Mike Ashley. It took a Cockney to save you.
Go on, you two carry on for a minute.
It took a Cockney to save you, Tufty, right? Oh, I'm on the most unprofessional show. The presenter's just bloody left. Right?
I know. Yeah, we'll have to do a follow-up on this. I think this needs
Yeah, we do it on we do it professionally on my show, Tough, for sure. Right, because I got things to say on this, mate, right?
Yeah,
and
I
I
know.
think you Geordie maggots have been totally disrespectful
Oh,
to
yeah,
Mike
I do.
Ashley, right? And you're praising him up today. That man, what he's done for your club is the biggest thing in the history of your football club.
It is.
And you've
It
been
is.
calling him a wanker for how long?
Dear, you've got to look at it though. You've got to look at it. The way the club has been
Well,
run.
I'm looking at it. Tufty, tell me if I'm wrong on this, right?
Okay.
You were bust. Sir John Hall was sending you to liquidation.
He was,
dead.
yes.
No, he dead.
Yeah, but at the time when Ashley bought the club, he wasn't dead.
He's not dead. Sir John Hall is not dead. Sir John Hall's still alive.
Oh,
you're
alive.
My apologies to Sir John Hall.
Yeah.
Sir John Hall, if you want to come on here, if you ever want to jump on Football with Brownie on mine and Dear's channel, jump on.
I always thought he was dead.
No.
Well, he's not dead, is he? Anyway, let's get back to it, right? He should have been dead for the amount of debt he left you in.
Yeah.
Straddled with millions of pounds of debt. Mike Ashley rode into town from London and saved your football club. He plugged millions of pounds in to stop you going into liquidation. Right? True or not true, Tufty?
It was true, yeah, it's true.
Right, thank you very much. Right, that's all straight answers. I don't want to bullshit off you, waffle, right? Secondly, he stabilised you in the Premier League. 13th you finished, 10th you finished. Yeah?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Right, true or not?
Yes, that's true.
Right, shut up, mate, Brownie. Right, my show. Then for the last few years, you've brought your Rafa Benitez, one of the best managers in Europe.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Is he your favourite manager?
Hmm?
Was Rafa your favourite manager?
Yeah, I'd love Rafa back.
There we are, right? Yeah, you want him back now, right? But who delivered him to you? Mr. Mike Ashley. And what have you done, you Geordie maggots? What have you done to Mike Ashley for the last 10 years or whatever it has been?
Can I just bring
No, what have you done? You've slaughtered him. He
him.
feels he can't even go to his own fucking football ground.
Yeah, I know.
You lot, you should all be out in your fucking grotty town centre today, down on the fucking prayer mats, giving him the old Messiah, apologising and saying thank you very much.
There you go. Not going to fucking pray, but there you go.
Yeah, double-headed is a lot of it. I hope Sunderland get a fucking bigger buyer. I really do.
Who can Sunderland get?
Hang on.
Anyone bigger than Saudi Arabia?
You know, comments about this.
Yeah, I hope fucking oil dries out.
Hang on.
Dry out the oil.
People think the Premier League incorrupt. The bottom line, Ryan, is, right, they should have been allowed to buy the club 18 months ago. That is the bottom line. Whether people like you or not, the block was absolutely unlawful.
It was because of piracy, but the piracy was getting sorted in the background.
And there's another thing for you, Brownie, these Geordie maggots. No respect for Mike Ashley for taking on the Premier League and taking him to court.
No,
that's the only reason this has been overturned.
They didn't
want Mike Ashley suing them. But the same bloke who threatened to sue the Premier League, this lot, disrespectful.
You obviously didn't watch earlier on in the show because I told Nathan, I said, fair play to Mike Ashley, because had it have been me, I would have got round the Premier League loophole and deliberately relegated and showed you as a championship club to them. Because the Premier League couldn't have had any bloody intervene then. That's how I would have done it. No, honestly, right, let's go on, right. Premier League, right, Messi to Newcastle next season.
Well, hey, lean on.
Oh, listen to him now.
Hit me up, lean on. Hit me up, lean on.
Who wants to live up? Who wants to go and play for a load of double-headed supporters?
Right there, let me go on that. Right.
Fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. Fog on the Tyne is all mine. Fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. Fog on the Tyne is all mine. Tell you what, this would be the biggest disaster in football, because once those Saudis arrive up there, mate, right, with your ugly women and your shit beer, right, all your women have got two heads, like you football supporters up there, right? Come on, the Sunderland. Let's see that Sunderland.
Hey, hang on. How much it took Man City? How long did it take Man City to get to where they were winning the league? Took them a good 4 or 5 years.
Yes, but we want a project. We want a project, and this is what we wanted. Mike Ashley did not give us a project.
Yeah, but
won.
they're from a low base.
You'll never be bigger than West Ham. Never
Oh,
be bigger
shut
than West
up.
Ham. We're
Come
going to
here
come up
to
and
you.
kick your ass.
I'm coming down to London Stadium with our Saudis and we're going to smash you. January.
Are you proud? Are you proud? Are you proud to have Saudi ownership? They're the worst. They're the worst, most disgusting country in the world. And you're proud to have Saudis rather than Geordies.
Come on, it's far. Well, I don't
Come
know.
on.
I don't know.
No,
Come on, right.
Look. They don't even let women drive cars. You can't have,
do.
you can have
No.
a fucking beer.
They do
That's
now.
false.
They do now.
That's false. They do now.
That's not false. Women still can't drive cars in Saudi Arabia. When was the
No,
last
yes,
time
they
you
can.
were there?
That law went about 3-4 years ago.
That law went 3 or 4 years
You have
ago,
to go
it
over to
did.
Bahrain to get a beer. You have to go to
No.
Bahrain to get a beer.
3 or 4 years ago,
Over the big bridge. You have to go over the No, you still can't have a pint in Saudi Arabia, mate. Dry country. Even when you land at the airport on a stopover, you have to stop drinking, mate. When you're in their airspace.
Women can drive now. Women can
they're
drive.
allowed to drive. Just allowed to drive, yeah. And they murdered that journalist.
They didn't, man. That wasn't
Yes, they
them.
did.
Oh, fuck.
Murderers. You got murderers running your club.
Hang on, like Ryan Wren says, you say pushed, I say bribes to a Premier. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest, right? Football,
let's be honest. Newcastle fans have got two heads.
Come on, right?
Yeah, I'm off now anyway because you're talking rubbish, so I'm off.
Hang on. I just want your view on this, right? We've been in football. Well, you've been in football far more than me, right?
We didn't bribe the Premier League either.
But no.
No, he threatened to sue him. Mike Ashley threatened to sue him, and they knew they'd lose.
Hang on.
Mike Ashley again.
I am not accepting that football, no matter what club, football in the UK, no matter what club you are, whether you're in the Premier League or whether you're in bloody non-league, football as a whole is absolutely corrupt.
It is.
From top to bottom.
It's always been corrupt. It's always been
exactly.
Corrupt.
So I am, with comments like Ryan, I am not having, so many people think football is clean. It's absolutely corrupt as fuck.
Of course it's corrupt as fuck.
Years, mate.
I know.
But Barry, don't you think Mike Ashley should get all the credit? Don't you think Mike Ashley should get the credit for taking the Premier League?
Yes, he should. Yes, he should.
And this is the only reason it's got turned down, because they would have had to pay out Mike Ashley millions and millions of pounds in compensation. They'd never have won that case.
Do you remember when at one period floodlights were going off in the middle of games because of Chinese bloody corruption?
Yeah.
Or Far Eastern corruption. Corruption is.
Anyway, I got soup, lads. I've got my Newcastle video uploading in a minute. So if anybody wants to watch that on the Days Banter show, it's just uploading. Come over and my message to Newcastle fans will shortly be uploaded.
Are we not doing the stream,
good luck, mate.
We're not
good
doing
luck
the
in
stream.
Championship.
We're not doing the stream,
good
are
luck
we
in the
not?
Championship.
Are you doing a stream? He's asking you.
Say again.
He says, are we not doing a stream about it? Just doing your fault?
No, I'm a West Ham fan. I've heard enough, mate. I don't want to get into it. I've done an upload. There's a message to Newcastle double-headers. Right?
Well, a message to me as well.
You have to watch the show. You have to watch the show.
You know, by me, I've spoke the truth about this takeover. I've went through it all.
Fairness, there, he's really.
I might have him on late if he puts a Newcastle or is he still going to be South Shields? Are you resigning from South Shields now? Are you?
No, I can't resign. That's my job. No, I will put my Newcastle shirt on later on. Yes.
Right.
You won't become
Are you going or not? Come on. Are you going or not? I want a conversation.
You want a conversation? All right, I'm off if you don't want me. See ya. See ya.
See ya.
Piss off.
He cut him off straight away and he said the DS Paddy. You were like, right off.
Jesus, bloody hell. I don't know, comes in, yeah? Wants a bloody link and then says his stuff and pisses off. Right. You're still in the background, actually. I'm going to kick from studio. Jesus, kick him. Right.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I'm no doubt I'll be having a phone call now, so I'm going to knock my phone on silent.
Yeah, I've knocked mine on silent as well, so I've had that many phone calls.
Anyway, let's go back into the chat before we get rudely interrupted. And Dea ends his contribution to the show by saying Mike is a legend.
He is a
Right.
legend. He is.
Ryan then says, not at all. Newcastle are a big club. Don't deserve what Ashley has done to them over the years. Let's be honest, Nate. Ashley have done some bad decisions.
He has.
You know,
And
and
there's
some
been
of those
more bad
decisions,
decisions than right decisions.
yeah, some of those decisions, the fans couldn't forgive him for.
I'm going to go through with you now. I
Yeah,
wrote a few down. Right. So the appointment of Joe Kinnear. That's one. When he was appointed director of football. Why was he? He was then appointed. He then told the manager to piss off, and he said, "No, I'm running this football club now, so I'm going to be manager." So Joe Kinnear kicked the manager out of his spot. The second of Chris Hughton. What a legend Chris Hughton is. If Chris Hughton, I'll always have time for you, Chris Hughton, for the way you did to a club. Alan Shearer, the way Alan Shearer with the 9 bar and the way, right, I've just heard this today. Alan Shearer was offered a 4-year contract before Chris Hughton was appointed. Then Mike Ashley went to something, but there's a problem with the bank and never phoned him back. He's still waiting for the phone call years on.
Right. Regarding Joe Kinnear, Joe Kinnear then went to a manager at Nottingham Forest, and he was very disrespectful to Nottingham Forest, I remember. I don't know if it was before or after his time at Newcastle.
Well, the song works. We hate Nottingham Forest and we hate Manchester. They basically hate a lot of clubs. Leicester, Manchester.
Yeah,
Nottingham
no, but
Forest,
I do remember. Now, people know that Nottingham Forest have got a very proud history.
Oh yeah,
they won the European Cup under Brian Clough and so on, and within like the kind of like corporate kind of part of the City Ground, when Joe Kinnear was manager, he took all the memories, the photos, and the posters and so on of the club's history. Took all of them down and said, "Oh, look, it's about the future," type of thing. It's very disrespectful for every supporter of that club. And yeah, he done really well at Wimbledon in the 90s. Don't get me wrong.
He did,
but then he couldn't. I think times have changed then because I think he had a lengthy time out. Yeah, I think he had a heart attack.
He did. He had a heart attack.
Yeah. And then he tried to come back into football. Football had changed by then. Right. Matthew is in the house. Hi, Matthew. Hope you're well. Matthew, as you guys can see, is a channel supporter, member. So, guys, for a price of £1 per month, come and help the Football Brownie community and the channel go from strength to strength. Ryan Venn says, to be frank, I'd rather see Newcastle win the league and Man City. Yeah, Man City. I think many people still have the memories of the 90s where under Keegan they should have won the league that year, Nath. We should have won the league.
We should have.
You know, still got fond memories of the way they played football, and you know, I remember that game, that memorable game, Newcastle against Barcelona at St James's Park.
Yeah.
You know,
watching all the highlights, getting excited, watching that spray and stuff. It's,
you know, I think it was a travesty that they didn't have at least some silverware during that period.
Oh no!
But here we go. Don't have any of this. Oh yeah, I know. Basically, I'm trying to show the lighting, guys, in the chat as well. Is it okay now? Because I had to buy another light. So I got actually 2 lights. I'm going to have a bloody sunburn now, the way it's going. And Ryan Venn says they've been relegated 3 times under Ashley. They have.
Well, let's go through the relegations.
Well, because I watched them at Cardiff City Stadium. I think it may have been the opening game.
It was the opening game.
And that was the year Chris Hughton took them up.
It was
because Colaccini was a standout defender on that game.
Oh, he was. Colaccini credit to all the players we've had in our time. Colaccini.
But he kept with you when you went down.
He did, and that's superb. But the things that the new owners, and I've got a list here. I've wrote a list of the things
Hang on,
the new
one
owners.
second, Nate, because I know there's been a super chat.
Cheddars,
yeah.
Sheba Army.
Cheddar says Sheba Army. Now a little bit of background about many thanks, Cheddars, of course. Many thanks. Hey, Cheddars, for my bit of advice, become a member, not just super chat. Become a member. You're rich enough. But I give Cheddar some advice about 2 months ago about Shiba cryptocurrency. Up until last week, I was having my doubts. I thought I've had my doubts at all. From a weekend, it's gone up 330%.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Cheddars. Many thanks for a super chat. I want membership now, and then we square.
So the things that Newcastle need to do, the new owners need to do. Day one, invest in squad, stadium, get the stadium up and running better than it is. As you can see, it's crumbling. Training ground, get that done. Decide on new manager. Now there's 3 new managers. There's 3 they want to go for. Rafa's number 1, Steven Gerrard's number 2, Frank Lampard's number 3.
There you go. It might be another Newcastle. Personally, I'm buzzing for the Newcastle takeover.
Yeah,
Tad, welcome to the chat. Let's go through the chat, Nate, because loads of comments are coming through. And then every massive organization, corporation is corrupt. I agree. That's I completely agree. And then Cheddar says Newcastle potential new owners are 10 times richer than PSG, Man City.
And Manchester owners combined. Yeah, I know.
They are. You know, people like Daya was on about. You know, let's be honest. The Northeast have struggled. Since the industry, the lack of industry and so on. Let's be completely financially, the Northeast have struggled for many, many decades.
Yes, we have.
And I've heard other people say on the radio today, they may struggle to attract. Well, hang on, they didn't struggle to attract when Kevin Keegan was in charge. You know, when they had the likes of Aspria and bloody who else was it? Shearer, obviously. Philippe Albert, he was a great defender as well. Jake Ford. Yes, Nathan, mate. We need this at the Magpies.
We do. We need this, and absolutely we do. And Steve Bruce has now been told he's got no place to be manager. Amanda Stabley they're having a meeting now with Newcastle United Historics, and Steve Bruce has been told he's not going to be manager of Newcastle United.
And Revanite. Rev, hope you're well, my friend. I hope Gibraltar is good as well. And then, anyway, John says China is way worse than Saudi. You know, I was thinking China, but I didn't want to put
South Korea
other countries down.
And South Korea
people do anything, let alone well. I don't want it to be a political show, but I know what you mean. Cheddar says Saudi changed what women can drive. Exactly, that's what we were saying, Nath.
We were. I've read up on Saudi law. I've read up on the company name for Newcastle United now will not be called St James's Park Limited. It's going to be called Zebra. Code Zebra.
Okay.
I don't know why that's going to be called Zebra. I think because of black and white stripes. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. I understand that. Right. Ryan then comes back and says, Man City wasn't a big club, Brownie. I never said they were. No,
Man City were never a big club. Newcastle always been
never said they were. And to be honest, my dad, you know, I'm sure you knew this. My dad has been Man City fan since the 1960s.
Yeah.
Right. And to be honest, he hates the way the club has now become so successful.
So do I.
Because it wasn't a club he fell in love with. He fell in love with a working class club who lost more than they won, but it was a community club. That's why at one point in the 80s and 90s, you had more Man City fans in Manchester than you did United fans. Obviously, that's now changed now.
And stably in the Saudis do not want to bring as monastery to the club. They don't want to bring. They want to bring a stable club. Now they want to bring someone, a team that can challenge. Now that's all Newcastle want. We don't want to win leagues straight away. We don't want to be big straight away. We want to build, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to build from the top to the bottom.
Right, Cheddar comes back and says Newcastle have the ingredients needed to be a big club regarding fan base. However, they have not won a trophy since 1970s. Basically, I'll repeat the word I just said. I know the chat is behind our conversation at the moment, but it was a travesty, really, that they didn't win anything during that.
Oh yeah, it was
that period, and maybe had they won that league where Kevin Keegan is, the Kevin Keegan rant, I'd love it, Yeah.
I'd love it if we'd be them. Love it.
I'm just wondering, had they won the league that year, how different things would be, the future would have been for next.
Well, you've got to think, Brownie. We were also touted by the Manchester City owners before Manchester City were bought, but Mike Ashley said no to the deal. You've got to think about that. That's another bad thing Mike Ashley's done. He's wanted to sell this club for years, Mike Ashley. And I can tell you, Kevin Keegan said, there'll be a day where Newcastle turns black and white again. There'll be a day where we can come back and be on the River Tyne drinking a lot on the River Tyne. There'll be a day where the bars will be full.
No, come on now, Nath. Don't mention drinking now, because that's all I'm coming. When Daya was shouting, Daya was singing Bloody Fog in the Tyne, that's all that's going through my mind was Gaza turning up with Raoul Moat, with chicken and beers. Do you know what I mean?
That's what's going to happen. Imagine Stevely coming off a private jet onto the pitch. Maybe the Tottenham game is where everyone needs to get to. It's going to be a Sunday. Everybody get there.
I want to just get through these comments first. Ryan Mann said, Brownie, mate, well, I know. So why mention? Anyway. Richard, hi, Richard. Hope you're well.
Afternoon.
Dave's definitely rattled by the thought of Newcastle becoming a toxic club. Yes, an old man got mad. The old man is in the background, so nice to actually catch the stream. Guys, I know that my streams have gone all over the place time-wise in the last week or two. Hence the reason why I've been putting as many uploads as I can. Basically, it's my other work has to take preference at the moment, unfortunately. I don't like not doing live shows, I'll be honest with you. Shiny G, all right, Brownie? All right, mate? Dennis Wise was the worst decision.
Yeah, he was. Totally agree with that. Dennis Wise was the worst decision Mike Ashley ever employed. Him and Derek Lambiased. God, don't get me started on them.
Paul, Paul, hope you well, mate. Another club that has sold their soul to a foreigner is taking over football. Oh, what do you say to Paul, Nave?
I say, well, that's happening to everyone now. So why can't Newcastle now have a bit of the pie? You've got the Cronkies, we've got Saudis.
Shiny, the league felt much better with Sunderland, Newcastle representing the North East and Middlesbrough as well.
Oh, not the Mackhams, no. Keep them down in League One.
No, but Middlesbrough as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Middlesbrough's canny. Smuggy land.
Here we go. Bloody money, and you got Gold Sullivan.
Oh, poor you.
Right, Tad. First the Lord of Premier League, especially we need rich owners. Get rich owners, it's no longer best. That's fair enough. It is
but that's what's happening to football now.
Unfortunately, the days of a local butcher, taking over a football club are long gone. Tufty looks like he's lost his virginity. Have you, Nave?
Oh, shut up. No, I'm partying.
Right, there you go. Here he comes back now. No more ranting because
So I've been saying now. I just don't do double headers. That's all.
Oh, thanks, lad.
We'll do a stream on it after Tuft as well, mate.
Oh, you know what? I'm
I
so
want you
happy.
in your Newcastle shirt though.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, it's ready. It's ready.
So Sheffield is in the bin, is it?
No,
What's
no,
the plan,
no.
then? What's the plan? Is it going to be happening today, Neff? What's the latest?
4 o'clock this afternoon, Brownie. The inside info is, mate.
Yeah, Henry Winter. I need to share all these screens because I've got loads of emails of it. There's loads on Twitter about Henry Winter. I've messaged Henry Winter myself. He's very busy at the minute. He can't come on. I've asked Kieran Maguire to come on about the finance and see how.
The reason I'm grumpy. Oh, sorry, people are calling me grumpy in the chat.
Oh.
One, I haven't had a pint for about how many days now? I don't know. And two, I got to be honest, I'm jealous. If I'm honest.
I don't with it.
I've seen a lot of the comments going on in the chat there. And seen a lot of the comments going on in the chat there. And yeah, I don't agree with all this money coming into football, but it is the biggest league in the world.
It's happening though.
And money makes the biggest league in the world, doesn't it?
Yeah, you will get your takeover. You will get it one day. You will get an owner who cares about the club as much as Saudis care about us. You will get an owner.
Hang on, Tufty. I don't they care. The Saudis, mate.
Amanda Stabley cares. Amanda Stabley cares.
Yeah, I know you're only teasing, lads. I know you're only teasing.
Amanda Stabley cares.
If I'm in truth, I'd love it to happen to West Ham. I don't think any fan now to compete at the top of the Premiership, you've got to have owners like that, as we've seen. You know, Leicester have got rich owners, haven't they?
They've got people in Thailand there.
Leicester's owners going to be.
So I'm going to enjoy actually. If I'm not really honest, right? And I was winding you up a little bit earlier about the double heads and all that. But I do think you should be thanking.
Yeah, we are thanking. We are thanking.
Newcastle fans have slaughtered him.
He has been.
I publicly did it on the show as well. I publicly did it. Yeah. I said, thank you to Mike Ashley.
Yeah, but don't you feel guilty, though, the way you've slaughtered him for the last how many years when he's done what he's done?
Yes, I do.
Stick with him.
Yes, I know. It's sad.
Leicester's owner, here's a question for everybody and in the chat as well. Leicester's owner is going to be worried now because...
No. Because they're still rich.
They got their pots of money, mate. They're doing their things their way as well. I tell you who's going to be worried, really. Well,
GSB.
But I tell you what's going to be interesting to start off with when Newcastle are wedged up is seeing them taking on the likes of Man City and all the rest of and the money boys. Do you know what I mean?
Fun. It'll be
interesting.
It'll make the league better.
I've got a lot of respect for Newcastle. I think it's a great city, great people. Right, it is a real football city. You know, you get 50,000 even when they're playing shite. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
It's some club. They got a fantastic stadium. Unless you're an away fan, you're in the gods. But I've been in a director's box there with Rizdell and all that over the years. And Mike Ashley, funny enough, he was sat just across there from me. And it's a fantastic stadium. It's a fantastic weekend away. I love the Geordie people, to be honest. I think they're the greatest. They're a great breed of people. And I'm jealous, mate. I'm jealous. Well, wouldn't I be jealous, really? I want it to be West Ham. E20 so James in there said we got GSB. But this is what pisses me off with GSB out brigade. This is a prime example. David Sullivan's only got so much money, right? He was there. They're doing a Mike Ashley. In fact, they're probably doing better than what Mike Ashley done.
Yeah, they are. They're doing better.
And then you've got these boys still having demonstrations and whatever.
Just do what we do. Sue the Premier League. You get your takeover.
Yeah, but we haven't had a takeover blocked, right?
Oh, well.
At our club, we've got the GSB out stuff. But all Sullivan and Gold are really doing is doing what Mike Ashley's done. Now, you're all thanking him today. And to be fair, Gold and Sullivan have actually done better than Mike Ashley.
They will. They'll get that. But they'll get to that point.
They'll
get to that point and it will be sold.
There's a question for you. Will Mike Ashley now step away from football Or
No, he's not. No.
Willie
no.
Boac will
No.
never club now.
I can tell you where he's going, Brownie, and it might put a smile on your face, mate.
Cardiff.
I've
He's on his way to
viewed
Cardiff
it. I've
City,
viewed it
boss.
for the last 3 months.
He's on his way to Cardiff, mate.
He's on his
Tell
way
him
to
that now
Cardiff
for-
because he said a lower league championship club. A lower
I viewed that. To be
lower
honest, I
table.
Yeah,
viewed
but
that.
James,
since
James,
about
I know what you're
April.
saying, mate, but let's talk reality there. Do you want to put that one up from E20's own TV?
Hang on.
They're doing
Which
worse
one?
than Mike Ashley because Mike never took Newcastle from their home. But St James's Park, I know what you're saying, mate.
Yeah, but hang on. Mike Ashley actually renamed their home
He did rename
to
it.
bloody Sports Direct Stadium or something,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
it?
did, didn't he?
And he also
No Saudi would ever buy West Ham in Upton Park unless somebody came in and built up Upton Park.
they would try and build up on
You
it.
wouldn't attract a major Saudi investor like Newcastle's done without the stadium.
Yeah.
Hang on. Tad says.
So that's how it works, James.
Hang on. Tad says no. Leicester a solid club. United and Liverpool should be worried. I think
Yeah.
Liverpool
Oh,
definitely should be.
FNG,
Yeah,
yes, they should be worried.
But Man United have always got access to funds, though, haven't they? Of course, they should be worried.
Yeah.
But they've always got access to funds. They are still one of the biggest clubs in the world.
Have you heard the news on Manchester United? The Glazers have sold more shares. They now only own
Yeah, I've heard that.
69% of the club now.
They still own 60% of it, don't they?
Yeah,
Mike Ashley would go to Cardiff City.
He'll do as well.
Cardiff City are a sleeping giant of a football club.
Just
Right?
like
It's been
Newcastle.
proved. It's been proven.
They'll bring in
They're a
Steve
sleeping
Bruce.
giant. Sam Amman woke it up. Right?
Mm.
Risdale and Paul Guy robbed it off him. In truth, he didn't have the money to do it, Sam Amman, but he woke up the city. He had it packed, didn't he, Brownie? Be fair to him.
Yeah.
Top of the championship, but he didn't have enough to go the further mile. Mike Ashley's a man to go to Cardiff City. Vincent Tan's got no interest in the club. Once out.
I've heard this since about April.
Eh?
I've heard this rumour since about April, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard it since then. I heard also.
Hang on, Dwayne says we don't want to get away from a chat. Dwayne says I wouldn't trust that Amanda lady. She's been dying to get her hands on the club in some capacity. We're all in it for money.
She's only going to be running the club.
Amanda Stabley is now the chairwoman, isn't she?
She's the chairwoman, yes. And Amanda Stabley has spoken to fans. She's actually communicates with fans. That's a good thing about it. And Amanda Stabley actually loves that club because she has been at every home game this season.
It's going to be interesting, and I tell you what's going to be interesting is the reaction from the other clubs in the in the transfer market and so on.
And the good thing about it, Funny 8, we're getting rid of it. We're getting rid of Funny 8. It's gone.
Can you get James up again? Down the bottom, Brownie. Your Chelsea one.
Chelsea one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Roman Abramovich. One thing had the land around the ground, Chelsea, didn't they? To build the. You've worked there, Brownie. You used to work there, didn't you? Of course.
Yeah.
So they had.
Well,
they had the land to build around the ground. Which they built a village, Chelsea Village, isn't it? Basically. But they're still looking to move, aren't they now? Chelsea are looking to move. They've looked at how many lands.
No. I've seen the plans now. Chelsea can't move basically, because I don't know if you know, but Chelsea Stamford Bridge is actually owned by Chelsea Supporters Trust and not the club. Right. So, yeah, Stamford Bridge.
Sorry, Brownie, say it again, mate.
The land Stamford Bridge is on. Before Ken Bates left, he give the Stamford Bridge to Chelsea Supporters Club, and Roman Abramovich doesn't actually own Stamford Bridge.
Doesn't he?
No. So, if Chelsea were to move, they couldn't sell Stamford Bridge to prop up any funding.
They have looked at it. They've looked at other sites.
Yeah, they have looked at other sites, but it's always fallen through because the supporters trust have always said no. about selling.
Okay. But they have the land, like when they bought the hotel, for
club,
instance, the Marco Polo White, where his name is, the restaurant and all that at Chelsea, they had all that land, didn't they? Comparing it to West Ham. The only thing what owner could have come in and done at West Ham was
Matthew Harding, wasn't it?
Which I would have loved.
It was Matthew Harding money.
Yeah.
Matthew Harding money started it. I was before Abramovich.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember my first day. I remember my first day working at Chelsea. It was the first game, of a season. They played Man United. I think Chelsea won 1-0 or 2-1 or something. But Ken Bates, he was in the Matthew Harding stand, and Ken Bates put up a price of a pint by £1 from the previous season. No one knew. Oh, the amount of abuse the bloody bar staff were having was incredible, to be honest. But basically, Matthew Harding was propping up Ken Bates' chairmanship in the end.
Oh, I'm told it could be 1:30 now. The takeover could be announced.
Is it 1:30?
Now this is by who's it by? That's by one of the parties. I don't know who it is though.
Any London club has attracted billionaires, especially. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I've got an interesting thing while we're talking about obviously Mike Ashley when we're talking about him. I'll share this.
I hope you well, mate.
So here's a question then: why do these Saudis buy Newcastle and not West Ham?
I don't know.
Price.
Eh?
The price.
Bernie, look at that.
How much are they paying for it then? How much are they paying for Newcastle? Do you know?
340 million.
Wouldn't we get West Ham? You could have West Ham for 340 million, couldn't they?
No.
What's that, Nate?
While Mike Ashley is not a popular on Tyneside, the legacy from a new owner has profited the club in the last 3 years, 38 million. Factors in FFP. Yeah, the FFP. So we could spend probably 190 million in January.
Yeah. I listened to Simon Jordan on this. And to be honest, I'm very surprised he got away with the phrase he used. But Simon Jordan on TalkSport said it twice. But the new owners of Newcastle, because of the losses in which they've done over COVID and all that, he calculated it around, and he stated the new owners can smash the granny out of a transfer market for the next three years.
Yeah, they can spend 190 million if you want. Well, I'll have Messi behind those players. Thank you very much. See you later.
Anyway, I got to go set my stream up in a minute. To be live stream, right? So I'll catch you later.
When are you going live? And then what I'll do, I'll finish this, and then people can go over.
Well, I'll wait until you finish. I've got a couple of things to do, Brownie. How long are you going to run, mate?
Well, I'm on 48 now. It's probably going to do it till another 12 minutes.
All right, mate. Yeah, I'll wait till you finish then, bud. All right, mate?
All right. No worries.
See you in a bit. Look forward to having you on, Tufty, in your shirt. Oh, you got your shirt ready?
Shirt on soon.
Right, then.
Yeah, so we can spend 190 million. So get your player lists in, and I'll get them to the new owners.
Remove this as well. There you go. So, Nate, how excited are people up in that area?
Absolutely. People are on the piss now. That tells you something, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know. It. Oh, freaking hell! Where is he? I've kicked Nathan out by mistake. Freaking hell! I've kicked Nathan out by mistake. Nate, come back in. Come back in, my friend. Typical, isn't it? Absolute typical. Right, let's go into the chat. Let's go into the chat until Nathan comes back in. Sorry, Nate. Isaiah, if people have problem with the new owners, just remember they have their fingers in Disney and basically everything. Fair enough. It's a good comment. James says, why spend 340 million when GSB won 600 million? Well, it's a land. Listen, it's the land, isn't it? I know that West Ham ground isn't owned by West Ham, but it will be in a few years. It will be in a few years. Sorry, Nathan's coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah.
I do
So
apologise, Nathan.
sorry.
I went to kick out the other link, and both of you went at the same time, so I do apologise about that.
All right. Amanda Stabley said that she's just tweeted just on her husband's account that the Reuben brothers will be doing a press conference live from St James's Park at 12 p.m. tomorrow. So
Are you going to be doing a watch along for that?
I'm going.
Oh, look at him, you guys! Newcastle top on now, ready for the day's banter.
I'm going to go because what I'm going to do is I'm hoping Reuben brothers will speak to me live. Now, I'm gonna see if I can ask a question because I'm gonna take all my media gear with us.
All right, yeah.
My mic. I'm gonna take me 2 mics because I can have Amanda and Reuben brothers speaking, and I'm gonna take my clip-on mic and I'm gonna use my clip-on mic and I'm gonna talk to them. And get some. So anyway,
let's finish it off. Let's finish it off.
Anyone who's got any questions for Saudis and for the Reuben brothers and Amanda Stabley.
Paul says, who's going to want to play for Newcastle? To be honest, no history, always crap weather, and the birds there. But I listen. I brought this up earlier on, Paul, and the likelihood is that we'd probably have to pay the players more and the manager more to go into the area, but they didn't have a problem attracting the top players in the 90s when Keegan was manager. They didn't have a problem at all. And I'll be completely honest with you, I haven't been to Newcastle since the 90s, but I'm sure that it's a much better area to live and work than it was in the 90s, you know?
It is, yeah.
You know, so I think to be honest, I think that kind of viewpoint, I think, can be crushed when you look at the 90s and the kind of players they attracted. Hi, Taib. Hope you're well, my friend.
The Saudis have just tweeted. The press conference tomorrow will be. They're not going to be there because they've got to do quarantine. But Alan Shearer looks like he's going to be added as a director to Project Zebra.
Now, this is what I don't really like, if I'm honest with you.
This is big news. No, this is big
news. I know, but the thing is, Onaif, sometimes just to appease fans, they bring in fans' heroes.
Yes, but Shearer, but we've wanted Shearer forever. Shearer's ball.
Yeah, when Shearer's manager, he took you down.
It's not his fault though. He wasn't given time. He was given 8 games.
What I can say is, listen, Michael Chopra, and Cardiff legend.
Yeah,
we had him from Newcastle, didn't we? Actually, and he tweeted, and he said Antonio Conte would be the right choice for Newcastle.
Yes,
I bet Steve Bruce's bank manager is rubbing his hands at the moment. How much can we get out of these bastards?
He gets his 3 million. That's it, and he will be paid off and sacked. The word will be Steve Bruce has been sacked. Mike Ashley has sacked Steve Bruce as Takeover Newcastle United goes through. Mike Ashley will pay the 3 million. The Saudis will pay it to him and say, there you go, Mike. You're done. Give me the keys. Sack him before I come in.
Right. Listen, on that note, Steve Bruce is going to have a sack, according to Nathan. Listen, guys, many thanks. Congratulations to Newcastle. Congratulations to the area, to the fans. As an outsider looking in, listen, you
can't be. You should be happy today. You should be happy today. Mike Ashley is coming to Cardiff City.
Thank you very much, Nate, for coming on short notice. I know, guys, go over to a day's banter. I'll probably be in the chat. Everyone in the chat, many thanks. Think about becoming a member, guys. Think about becoming a member, and there's something else I wanted to say as well. Check out the previous uploads as well. Check out the previous uploads. Right. Nave, many thanks. Congratulations. Don't stop drinking.
Oh no, don't worry. I've got about 34 cans left. So we'll be here forever.
Get 10 more in. All right, I'll catch you later.
100 more, I think. Thanks everyone.